And welcome back. And just before we go on to the Thompson game that we're going to have a chat about in a minute, it's interesting to note that Thompson really have to win this game. They're just outside the 5 on percentage only. You'll see the ladder coming up on your screen now, and they really are a chance, Thompson, but North Geelong have to fall over at the next 3 games. But obviously Thompson should be good winners today. But as we sit now, Werribee Centrals are on top, followed by Belpost Hill, Bannockburn, East Geelong and North Geelong. As I said, Thompson just outside the 5. Inverleigh a bit stiff because they only went down by 3 points last week. It could have kept them in the mix. We just see Anarchy, Corio, Geelong West and the poor old Belmont Lions haven't registered a win this year. But a very interesting game on this afternoon. Thompson knows that every game must count now. Cogsy, you saw them last week. They were too good for your Belmont Lions. Salted Amakia kicking 12 goals. They're obviously very impressive. Yeah,
they were, Dick. They played very well. Stephen McLeod has come back into the side and he was an absolute instrumental player last week. I reckon he would have had 40 odd possessions. Jeremy Babb in the ruck did very well, and the drive coming out of the centre was just, phenomenal. And Julian Carr kicked 7 goals, so yeah, they did very well, and I'd expect them to have a good win over Anarchy this week. A bit disappointing for Daryl Bissett this year, Dale. I mean, he started the season off well. He's always been a great inspiration out there, and of course he's coached the premierships back in the 90s. But both club, Anarchy playing for pride. But Tommy Tigers know that this is a very, very important game.
Yeah, look, I think they do. Thompson really can't afford to lose, as you said, Dick. They're a fair bit of percentage behind, but I don't think that's really going to come into it. It's going to be, if they can win their 3 and hopefully North Geelong lose one, that's going to be their only way out of...
Well, what do you mean, hopefully North Geelong lose?
No, that's what I'm saying, hopefully from their point of view.
Yeah, I know, honey joking.
What we need to do is, obviously, Anarchy, 2 weeks ago they played Corio. Pittman kicked, I think, 2 goals, 8 or 9. This week he's kicked 6 goals. Now, he may have kicked 6 goals, 8 or 9 again, but he's the key to him up forward. As I said, as Cogsy mentioned, those key players for Thompson have got to keep playing well for them. Anarchy are still, with this weather and the conditions, that will suit them down the ground. I think they're a more heavier set type group of players, and they like to get in and mix it around a bit. So it's going to be a little bit closer than most people think. And I would expect that Thompson will win because it's at home, but Anarchy could give them a real fright.
I still can't believe there's a Philpott playing for Thompson, albeit the netball. But how do you reckon I'd look at a netball skirt?
Magnificent.
Thank you very much. Out of the Keith Parkley Oval, we're talking about sides that cannot afford to drop a game. The North Geelong Magpies take on Inverleigh, who weren't disgraced last weekend. I'll go to you, Dale. North Geelong, I guess they would come into this one pretty well favourites, but the big interest will be whether Paul Brickett can get his 100 goals.
Yeah, look, he's playing a pretty tough bloke in Ling, and I think that might
Cameron Ling?
Yep, he's going to go back for the week. He's a great full-back. He played in the representative side during the year. As I said, look, the ball use is a big thing in both sides. From all reports, Inverleigh played some pretty good football after quarter time last week and got the ball into their forward line quickly. They created opportunities for themselves, and obviously just in the last quarter, Bannockburn got onto a bit of a roll, and once I said, once sides do that, it's hard to stop them. Could be a danger game for North Geelong, but I think they've got too much to lose. I really like the way the young kids play footy out there. And again, if you haven't seen the kids play football, there's a good under-18 going on as well. Should be a great contest. But I think North Geelong will just prevail in both games.
Now, I know North Geelong's your second side, Cogsy. I hope it is. I'm giving you a good lead in. The Magpies are going to win this?
I'd say so, Dick. Not a problem. I'd suggest that too much at stake for North Geelong. They have to win this game, and I think they'll do it quite easily out at the Keith Parkley Oval.
Yeah, well, we certainly hope so. We hope that Bricky might get his 100th goal, particularly playing at home, but they play away next week. But he did say to me, actually, that if he's on 99 against Corio, out at Corio next week, he'll handball it. So he can kick his 100th goal when he's at North Geelong. That's all right, a little bit of inside information there.
Frank would probably rip him off anyway.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't be very happy, exactly. Okay, the other game on this afternoon out at Victoria Park. The Bannockburn Tigers, they take on the Corio Devils. And, well, I'll lead to you, Cogsy. Bannockburn travelling along all right, but they've let a couple slip the last couple. Well, they did get home last week, but they weren't all that impressive.
Yeah, I think they're playing good football, Bannockburn, and I'd expect them to be a bit too strong for Corio. Corio have had a good season. They've improved a lot since the start of the year. So, but Bannockburn for me, Dick.
Dale.
Yeah, I think Bannockburn will play over the top of Corio. Their old team for Corio last week have been pretty handy over the last couple of weeks. Actually, Stewart's been pretty good. Barry O'Toole, Jed Potter's getting amongst the better players again. And they've got a young kid, 21-year-old, I think Harrison, who's kicking goals from regularly now, which they haven't had for most of the season. I would think that there's too much place for Bannockburn. If they happen to drop a game and get to 4th or 5th position, they can't win it from there. So 3 games now from them to here on in, most important wins, and they'll get the 4 points this week.
out at the aptly named winter resort, the way the weather's been this week. The Belmont Lions looking for their first win of the season. Unfortunately, they take on the Belpost Hill Panthers, who are actually creaming everybody they run into at the moment. I better go to you first, Smithy, because I know what Cogsy's going to say. He's going to reckon Belmont Lions is going to win, but Belpost Hill by how far?
Oh, look, again, the conditions are going to play a big part in this, and obviously the injuries they've got coming through. But if you look through the reserve side of Belpost Hill last week, Venner was back playing, Robbie May was back playing, Baird was playing in there. They've still got Langsworth, Robbie Law playing seconds football, so they're a pretty good seconds outfit. And I think that Belpost Hill win this game fairly comfortably. And this Belpost Hill side is probably the best performed side over the last 4 weeks by a long way.
Cogsy, now come on, this is your big chance to talk it up.
Yeah, no,
Can we cause the upset of 2010 out at the Winter Resort?
Well, I'd love to say we could, Dick, but I don't think we will, unfortunately. But I know the boys will give it their heart and soul. Unfortunately, we've lost our coach after the season with a knee injury and our ruckman, Mick Jones. But the young blokes continue to battle on, and they're doing well, you know. It's been a struggle all year for them, but we'll give it our best shot. But I just think they might be a bit too big and strong, Belpost Hill.
Is there any of the under-18s guys look like they could actually get the promotion and come up and play senior footy next year?
Oh, for sure. Look, we've got 31 under-18s qualified for the finals this year, and hopefully out of that, I reckon about 16 will be coming up into senior football next year. So we haven't pushed them up this year at all. We've just let them run through the under-18 system, and looking forward to them coming forward next year.
Well, we wish them well and hope they do come up and Belmont Lions and get back in the winning circle again very quickly. Last game on this afternoon's out at the Gun Club. The Winchelsea Blues take on Cry. Smithy, Winchelsea and Cry be a very close game, I would think.
Yeah, Geelong West probably like to travel out there as well, but that's all right. We'll get there. That's last week's game up there. So Winchelsea, too strong, too many good players out there. Hogarth boys league doing too well. Actually in the ruck. Same people I mention every week. I reckon the home side, Winch.
Cogsy, in a word, we're out of time.
Winchelsea. Yep.
Thank you very much. That was fantastic. No worries about that. Well, that's about it for another show. And Melanie Philpott, if you are watching, you could probably still put in a clearance to the North Geelong for the netball next year because Philpott's playing at Thompson. Now, Thompson people think I've gone completely stupid now. That's unbelievable. That's okay. Anyway, have a great afternoon in footy, everybody. You have a great afternoon out this afternoon at the Duck Pond.
I will.
Dale, yeah.
No, don't worry about that. I'm looking forward to it. It's just a little quick trip up the highway, so up there with Grubby again. So it could be a great day. No, you said he'd look after me.
Have a great afternoon, Cogsy, out at Belmont Lions, mate.
Should be great, Dick. Looking forward to Zach Chan this morning. I'm heading out there right now, so hopefully he'll get his 6 goals and bring up the 100, which will be fantastic.
Good on you, mate.
Cogsy buy him a new football too, they said, for the game.
Oh, fantastic. That'll be good. Fantastic. You all have a great afternoon, footy folks. Go to Magpies out at Barclay Oval. Go to Magpies at the MCG this afternoon. See you all again next week. Bye for now.